Hi, my name is Jintong. Today I am going to talk about assignment of ECE6010, Place, Play, and the Language of Science. Today I visited the Carlton Garden. I chose this place as the pedagogical contact zone, as I think this place is very natural and has some different types of flora and fauna which can let children to find out. Right now, I am sitting here in a chair in the Carlton Garden. The natural surroundings remind me of what Paulo says. Our culture undervalues the importance of having a connection to nature and instead promotes a lifestyle of constantly moving and considers just living somewhere as enough to call it home. Without considering a deeper connection to the environment, then no place is as home. Therefore, we should be in an environment and focus on it to have connections with it. Looking at the trees reminds me of when I walk around with my nephew near the tree. He asked me why some leaves are green and why some of them are yellow. This is related to science, but also shows children's agency, as they have the ability to observe the difference happening in the daily life and not being told of this knowledge. By looking at the different flowers in the garden, they have different shapes and different colors, which is also part of the science. It may be boring if we try to memorize those flowers' names on purpose, but if we play with them and come to this place pretty often, then we will get familiar with them just like making new friends, and we will also notice the changes happen on them. Here is a building, and I find that the shapes of the window on the building are different. Some are circles and some looks oval. This is part of math. By these windows, pretending as a child, we will learn a different kind of shapes. Oops, this is my shade, which is part of me and also a friend of mine, which always follow me and will show up when there is a sun. When I pick up a leaf and put it under the sun, there is also leaf shade on the ground. This is such an interesting science that happens to us and which let us feel curious, like why the shadow only comes out when there is a sun. By walking around, I find out the historical parts of building stones. It reminds me of what Paulo says. To develop intimacy with a place, we must learn its stories and histories, as we do with people. And we should also respect the land and its history. The building here shows one of the richest periods in Melbourne's architectural history. The blocks have the design from the past, which let us know the aesthetic in that century. Also, the vestige only shows the power of time. I also find out the skin of some trees is pretty interesting. Its texture looks like a kind of painting, the work of nature, the science from nature. I noticed some of the tree's skin falling to the ground, which makes me curious about why its skin will fall off. Today's experience of visiting Carlton Park really makes me learn a lot. By pretending myself as a child and focusing on the things near me, let me find out the things that I never find before. And by playing with the place and observing them initiated, it makes me feel more interested about it rather than being told by the knowledge by the teacher passively.